Welcome back to Keys Prop Hunt. On today, we'll be looking for some props that we can hit on. Let's get into it. We had a decent day yesterday. A couple home runs. Langford ended up going yard. De La Cruz, Moniak, Mac. Um, I want to say that may be it from yesterday. I may have spoken about Adele from the Angels versus Libertor. I think I was going between him and Neto. So that's five there. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody off the top of my head. But anyway, let's get into today. So a couple games have played so far this afternoon slate, so we'll focus more so on these evening games. You got Over and Sessione for Cleveland. Let's filter to the left side. Actually, we can go through each one of these real quick. We'll start with the Dodgers and Phillies and go through what is it about 9, and then Boston's starters not announced yet. So you got Lauer here, 259. 242 to righties. Actually, a little bit worse against lefties, but small sample size there. The ground ball, fly ball is not good against righties, so he is in play to give up a homer here. However, Philly's not really good against left-handed pitching. They do have a couple of platoon bats that come in, being Sosa and Hill. You see Hill at the top here with 384. Woba against his pitch mix to lead him there. Four-seamer, he's throwing 44% of the time. Changeup, 19%, and then the cutter and the curveball here. Not really generating whiffs. A little bit with this four-seamer, he is. But outside of that, I mean, the cutter a little bit too. Look at this four-seamer, see how they're doing. So Sosa looks the best there. 547 Woba, 522 for Hill. The K rate is not too good there for Hill though. Sosa looks good. K rate 6.9%, 20% whiff. Baum looks pretty good here too, 11% K, 14 about 15% whiff. And then Turner looks about mid here too, 20% K, 17% whiff. We'll go recent. So again, Sosa looks the best. Baum looks pretty good. Remuto I don't think is in the lineup. And the Marquez here looks pretty good too. Then Turner doesn't look too good. Sosa has the Woba, but he's K-ing a bit. And then I'll go this cutter. So cutter-wise, 273 for Turner. For Baum, 250 for Turner. All their Wobas is not necessarily good at all. I do like the K and the whiff for Baum. He's not necessarily missing it. Good zone contact there too. As for Sosa as well. And look at this changeup too. So Baum looks pretty good there. Hill looks pretty good. Their zone contact's not so much. If I was gonna lean here, I'd probably say Baum for a hit. Turner's been hot though, so Turner could do it, but over the year he has not looked good. I will give him some recent plate appearances. So Turner has looked better. He has turned it on a little bit there, way better than he looked for the full year. But I'm still comfortable with Baum here for a hit. You can play Turner too. He should see Lauer a couple times at the top of the lineup. Home run wise, Hill has 5 homers against this pitch mix, 8 extra base hits, 4 for Baum, 9 extra base hits. The best estimated WOBA goes to Hill. Looks like the four-seamer, which he's using for the most part, 49% fly ball, so you can't get in trouble doing that. Hill and Baum have 3 homers here, so not bad. The fly ball goes to Hill. And then this cutter as well, getting pretty hit pretty hard, 440 estimated WOBA. So no one has any homers against that this year. Barrel goes to Hill, but it's only 5 events there. Some barrel there for Turner as well. I will go recent. So Marquez looks decent there, only 4 events for him though. Hill still has some pull air 10% barrel in 10 events. Same for Turner. I'd say I'd lean Hill here, platoon guy. I don't think he was in the lineup yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. So I would go him there, Homer. And if you want to ride the hot hand of Turner, he has been good the last like couple weeks, last 2 weeks or so. Then we can look at the other side. So you got Nola on the mound. Struggles with both sides, so we can look at both real quick. So righty wise, let's go hits first. The sinker and the four seamer are really getting hit. Looks like the knuckle curve is his whiff pitch. Some K there, very small sample size. Let's extend it. So 20% K, 18% whiff for Mookie here. Rojas doesn't look bad, but I don't think he's going to be on lineup. He's more so a platoon bat. Sinker wise, hold on, let's go full year first. So Teoscar looks pretty good there. Mookie looks decent, 293, 375 Woba. 7% whip, so I do like that. And then 16% for Hernandez. Pages looks pretty good against this sinker too. Zone contact goes with Pages and Mookie there. About same thing here. All three righties look pretty good against that sinker. Let's go four-seamer. So Mookie and Call's more than likely not going to be in the lineup. He's a lefty platoon guy. So last 10 plate appearances, none of them look too good. The zone contact is there for Mookie, so he's putting bat to ball, 7% whiff. So I do like that for him. Do not like that for Hernandez. Pages looks okay. I'd probably have to side with Mookie there for a hit. And then I'll look home run because Nola gives it up to both sides. Let me fix this trigger. So it's more so that sinker. It's getting lifted. So let's look there. So full season wise, Pages has 3 home runs, 6 extra base hits. Mookie 2 home runs, 4 extra base hits, and then 4 extra base hits for Hernandez, 1 home run. All their barrels look pretty mid and pull air. Let's go last 10. Let's go events. So Mookie has a home run his last 10 plate appearances against it. Has the highest fly ball, so he's about the only one lifting in the last 10 events. Decent hard hit right there. About similar here. Him and Teoscar have the same home runs and extra base hits. A little bit more pull air for Mookie. But 2 barrels there for Teoscar. Not bad either there. And then this four-seamer. It's not getting hit out, but he's a 52% fly ball. You can get in trouble with that. So 15% barrel for Mookie on the year, 5 home runs, 8 extra base hits, 3 for Pages, 1 for Hernandez. Let's go to last 10. So some hard hit there for Hernandez. Nothing to show for it. Does have the highest estimated WOBA though. 1 home run and extra base hit for Mookie there. I'd probably more so lean Mookie. I know he went yard twice on the first game on Monday. He could here too. Secondary, I would say Hernandez is in play to go yard there. Has the highest barrel on the year and hard hit rate there. I'm more so attacking this sinker and four-seamer. But I lean Mookie here, and then you can say Hernandez maybe. From the left-hand side, still throwing the knuckle curve, getting some whiffs there. So not bad. Small sample size here. So Freeman doesn't look bad there at all. 10% K, 18% whiff. Neither does Tucker, 10% K, 28% whiff. So that is the whiff pitch for him. He does get some whiffs on this changeup, so we'll look there too. So not bad for Tucker or Freeman. I don't like Tucker's batting average there, but more so looking to see if he's swinging and missing. Ohtani doesn't look bad there either, as far as whiff and K. And then this four-seamer is what's getting put in play. So 300 for Freeman. All other weighted OBAs outside of Freeland look pretty bad. Muncy looks pretty good here on the year. Freeman right behind him. Ohtani and Tucker look pretty mid. I'd probably lean Freeman here for a hit. I don't like that zone contact though. I'll say Freeman or Tucker here for a hit. Moving on. So over struggles with righties more than lefties, but 10 home runs to lefties. So I'll go lefty here just because there's barely any righties in this Cleveland lineup. They did just see him like 2 games ago. Not really getting whiffs with anything. I guess I'll look at this changeup and maybe that sweeper, but he's barely throwing that sweeper, so I'm not gonna look at that. Quan looks good here. Sold us the other day though. DeLauder looks good as far as his K and whiff. And that's about it. I mean, Mazzardo and Bailey look mid here. And I believe Jose's back in the lineup today. I want to say he's supposed to return today. So DeLauder and Quan still look good there. It's like this four-seamer he's coming into the zone with. Rocchio looks pretty good. Bazzana looks pretty good. Quan looks good. DeLauder looks mid there. Yeah, he looks about mid there. Let's go recent. So he has got better. Small sample size, 10 at-bats, but still 8-11. Woba. Rocchio looks good. They're all hitting it when it comes into the zone, so I do like that. I say I probably think DeLauder hit there. Can't go Quan. I don't really trust him. I didn't that day, and I took him. But I say DeLauder, especially if Jose's back. And then he's giving up power to the changeup and the four-seamer. Changeup. Bazzana has 2 home runs there. He's about the only one. Versus that. And then you got the four-seamer, which they're all hitting home runs there. Let's get them on the same sample size. Which DeLauder has 2, Rocchio has 2, 1 for Bazzana and Bailey. Honestly, probably lean DeLauder home run here too. So I thought he was going to the other day, and then ended up being Rocchio and Bazzana. So I feel like he's almost due. Honestly, cool in this Minnesota lineup without Buxton in it. Oh, I just did that. We can look at Chandler here. They could get to Cessoni though. Cessoni is not good, so I'm not gonna say I'm skipping it because he's good. All right, you got Chandler here. Only lasted 4 2/3 against Milwaukee, 4 innings against Washington. Had a good game against. No, I'm not gonna say that's a good game. 5 earned there against Philly. Good game against Seattle, and then at Colorado had a pretty good game there. The walks are trending up though for him. Let's go back to hits. So he's mostly getting his whiffs with this slider. So we'll look there first, which it looks pretty good there for Bellinger. The whiff isn't good for Rice, but he's not king a lot. Jazz doesn't look too good there. Chase-wise, they all look pretty good though, I will say. Jazz can hit it, but when he actually makes contact, he's doing quite well. 584 Woba. Just got to deal with the strikeouts with him. I'll go last 10 at bats. So Bellinger and McMahon look pretty good here, and then Rice and Chisholm are striking out, but when they hit it, they're doing damage. So that's the slider. And then this four-seamer. Looks like that's probably what he's coming into the zone with. Average velo of 98, so I'd assume he's going to challenge them. Which Bellinger does not look good here against. Batting 200, 85% zone contact. Jazz is pretty good against it. Rice can hit it, but zone contact doesn't look good there. This may more so be a home run play than a hitting for average here. So they strike out just a little bit too much for me, and Bellinger doesn't look like he can catch up to a four-seamer. He should be able to. He's not that old. And then this is the changeup in which Rice and Chisholm look pretty good. Except for that zone contact. I don't know why they're not. All right, let's look at home run wise instead of a hit. So the four-seamer, as I mentioned, he's going to challenge him with that. The zone contact didn't look too good there, but they're doing damage when they see it, especially Rice. I think he went hard in the first yard in the first of the doubleheader today. I've been feeling like McMahon is due though. Grisham could do it too though. You could challenge him with that four-seamer. You're not trying to walk him to get around to Rice. And then slider, Chisholm looks pretty good. Honestly, chalk, but I'd probably say Rice there. I just trust him to handle that four-seamer. But ahead of him in the lineup is Grisham, and he could do it too. Okay, you got Griffin Jacks. Sorry, I'm about to say Jacks Hill. Griffin Jacks at Toronto, in which their offense has not looked great at all. Giving up an average to lefties. So I'll look there. He could get in trouble power-wise here. 8% barrel to righties, 11% to lefties. I more so trust the righties in that lineup than I do the lefties. Let's go hits-wise first. So a lot of swing and miss here for him, though. The changeup more so, the most. So Varsho and Luke's don't look bad here at all against this changeup. Whiff and K there. And then this four-seamer, I'm guessing this is what he comes into the zone with, I'd assume. And probably that sinker, that's why he's getting hit. So four-seamer, Luke's looks the best there. Varsho doesn't look too good. Some whiff with this sinker too. Small sample size, let me expand it. Okay, not bad there for Luke's. Luke's is honestly probably looking in play for a hit here. See if he's doing anything against his sinker. So nothing really against his sinker. 258. .200 really isn't good. Their offense is so bad. I don't want to. I'd say I'd probably trust Luke's here to get a hit. And then look at home run wise. He's allowing the four-seamer to get put in the air. So we'll look there. Which Varsho doesn't look bad here at all. Then Jimenez. The sinker's not getting put in the air, but it's also getting sent though. None of them look good there. And then this sweeper. Class has one. That's about it there. Yeah, nothing really. I mean, maybe Varsho on that four-seamer against Jax. I will look the right-hand side because I more so trust them to send it than the lefties. So I got the sweeper, which is getting put in the air. Which you got Kamamoto, 2 home runs there, 3 extra base hits. And then this four-seamer, only 9 events though. Very surprising. But it's getting when he does throw it, it is getting hit. And which Kamamoto looks great there. Springer 3 home runs, 4 extra base hits. Chalk play is a Kamamoto, but I don't think they have him at chalk price. He hasn't done anything as of late though. But he's always in play for a homer. He has the power to do it. If you don't want to, go with him there, I'd say that Springer's in play for a homer. And I'm gonna skip this Baltimore and Boston game. Michael King isn't bad at all. More so barrel to lefties. He went 5 against Kansas City, gave up a homer there. 6 against Arizona, not really good at all. Dodgers are, but I think that's when they were in a slump. And then faced the Dodgers again, went 4 1/3. And then Atlanta, he blanked them there. So I may skip this one. This may be a. I'll probably skip this one because I wanted to. They hit him hard though, 54% hard hit rate. Let's look at it real quick. See if these lefties can get to him or not. So change up, 4 home runs there. Not a high fly ball rate at all. Sinker, 23%, 2 home runs there. I don't know how you could. I guess that's a very low fly ball rate though, I will say. So 3 homers there for Baldwin. Very low fly ball for him though. So this may be more so a long shot than anything. Olsen, 2 home runs there. And this change up in which Olsen is lifting this a lot. 3 homers there, 5 extra base hits. This four-seamer is getting lifted, but it's not. Nobody's sitting it. Which Olsen and Albies look pretty good here. I'd probably lean Olsen homer here, and then Baldwin homer. And then let's see from the right side. From the right side, I'm probably only looking Riley, which he looks good against his sinker, and it's getting lifted. And then this four-seamer looks pretty good there too. Yeah, probably Riley from the right side against King there. They did see him already, so that does make it a little bit better there. Oh, and then my bad. I didn't even look at Martin Perez. He's starting to look horrible. All right, so Martin Perez went 4 1/3 against the Mets, 5 against St. Louis, 4 against San Diego, and they got 3 against them. 4 against St. Louis earned, 4 against the Mets earned. So he's starting to give it up here, and the Padres are starting to look good, to be honest. Look at this changeup. So he's getting some whiffs with this changeup. Outside of Rengifo, it looks pretty bleak here. Bogarts looks okay. Machado looks okay. Don't like the whiff for Tatis, but he's striking out under 20%, so it's not necessarily quite bad. France has the weighted OBA there. So 250 for Tatis, 400 for France. France is just K'ing a lot. Rengifo's not K'ing, but he's just also not doing anything with it. So that's the whiff pitch, and then let's go cutter. So it looks like this is the one that he's coming into the zone with. Very small sample sizes here, so let me extend this. So Bogarts, Tatis, Machado he must have some extra base hits there. He's not bad for average, 200 there. Zone contact wise, Machado, Furman doesn't look good there for Bogarts. So Bogarts looks the best over 20 at bat sample against this cutter though. And then Furman looks good too. I'm not gonna lie, 350 there. Bias would, is being like ride the hot hand of Tatis and Machado. Blind, take them. That's what I want to say. Don't really trust his Padre offense as a whole. Tatis looks good against this sinker though. He has to be coming into the zone with it, but keeping it on the ground at 3% swing and strike is crazy. Griffo looks okay here too. Yeah, blind bet here is to take Tatis for a hit. And then Machado's been going yard the last like 6 weeks, like 11 homers. He went twice yesterday. Could here again too. I want to say I want to attack this cutter. So Machado a homer there, 2 extra base hits. 1 homer for Bogarts too, 2 extra base hits. Let's get them all in the same sample size. In which Bogarts has 2 in his last 10 at bats versus it. And let's go events. Machado has the best pull air there though. 40% fly ball, 20% barrel, 30% for Bogarts. Not necessarily getting the pull air, but 80% hard hit rate, 40% fly ball too. Chalk play here is to go Machado for a homer. Yeah, the chalk play would be go Machado or Tatis here for a homer. But like underlying, you may get some value with. I feel like Bogarts here doesn't look bad. I mean, one of those homers is from the previous season, but he has one this year and 2 extra base hits on 4 hits this year. So he likes his cutter, obviously. I will extend that to see if he has the most. So 3 hits and 3 homers and 9 extra base hits in his last 50 events here. Has the highest barrel. So yeah, I feel like you probably could get some value with taking Bogarts there for a homer. And then Anthony K, 4 innings against Toronto, 5 1/3 against Boston, 4 against Cleveland, 3 2/3 against Kansas City. So he's not necessarily going long at all. 2 homers in those games. The walk rate is not great at all. Struggles with righties, 278 there, 11 homers, 10% barrel. So we'll look hits first, and then we can look home runs. Getting some whiff would look like this changeup. He's barely using his slider, but when he does use it, he is getting some whiff there. So against this changeup, Foxco doesn't look bad. Jung doesn't look bad. I don't think Jung's in the lineup today. Langford doesn't look too good there. 39% whip for Burger. Let's put them all in the same sample size. Let me go recent more. So Fosco doesn't look bad there at all against this changeup as far as this K and whiff. Langford, it doesn't look too good there, but 10.9% swing and strike. I'm not necessarily worried about that. Then Langford looks pretty good against this slider. Jung looks good here too. But yeah, I think he's not in the lineup. Fosco doesn't look too good here at all. And then what is he throwing to get hit? So this 4-seamer is what he's throwing in the zone and getting hit. We'll go full season first, and then we can look at that. So Jung looks the best. Fosco looks pretty good. Langford and Burger don't look the best by any means at all. Burger has been better, as has Langford. Just the K's. I don't think K is gonna. I'd say comfortable I'd lean Fosco for a hit here. However, I like Langford for a hit too. Let me look at this sweeper as well because it looks like he's coming to the zone with that. So very small sample sizes here. This sinker may be coming to the zone too. So the Langford looks okay against this. Burger looks okay too. And Fosco doesn't. You don't really see a sweeper much there. I'll get this sinker. So Langford doesn't look bad there. Neither does Burger, and neither does Fosco. Yeah, the Fosco looks pretty good there for a hit. However, I mean, I more so trust Langford. And then let's look power. So both Langford and Burger are homer against this pitch mix in their last 10 at bats. 5 on the year for Burger, 5 for Fosco, 4 for Langford. We'll look this four-seamer first. So four-seamer Langford looks pretty good here, 16% barrel. Burger 10% barrel. Where's Fosco 13% barrel. Let's put them all on the same sample size. The last 10 events. So Langford 2, Burger 1, Duran 1, Jong 1, and Fosco 1. So it doesn't look bad for any of them there. 20% barrel for Burger and Langford. 60% pool air for Burger. Look at this sinker because he's giving up homers here. I know the fly ball is lower, but they're putting it in play at 40 events, and then he's also giving up homers. So I'll look here too. So 3 homers here in his last 10 events for Burger. 30% barrel. See if those are recent. So they are recent, his last 10 at-bats versus that sinker. So that's not bad. I'd probably lean Burger here to go yard against his former team. And then you can go Langford behind him. Langford did go yard for us yesterday. Cool in this Miami and Houston game. I feel like that's going to be a real low scoring affair. And I don't trust like really neither of those offenses. Houston has started to look better though. Checking my notes. Okay. So Rhea here really struggles with lefties. He's going to see a whole bunch today. Being Detroit, quite a few. Let's go hits first, and then we can go home run. So missing bats with this splitter and this changeup. So changeup wise, McCongo doesn't look bad here. Keith looks decent. McKinstry looks mid too. All their whiffs are mid, to be honest. Let's go recent. So Keith is the only one that comes down a little bit. 20% whiff, 20% K. Still 20% K for McCongo. Just the whiff doesn't look great there. And then the splitter, McCongo looks the best here. 14% whiff, 0% K. Let's go last 10. So yeah, McCongo's about the only one not whiffing on that. So Rhea could get some strikeouts here, to be honest. Looks like he's coming into the zone with this four-seamer. So four-seamer wise, Green looks the best. McCongo looks good there, 250. Not hitting for power really though. So he's about average there. 11% K. I do like the zone contact there. Zone contact for Keith and McKinstry looks pretty good too. The weighted OVA isn't there for Keith. However, 237, so third highest batting average on the team against it. Recent wise, it looks like Green looks good. Keith looks good, and then the rest of them look pretty not good. I was gonna say something there, but so that's the four-seamer in which that looks like that's what he's gonna challenge them with. Very surprised with an only um, being 93 there. But if you go off that, I will say if we're just looking at four-seamer, McCongo and Keith look pretty good, as does Green. Green, just you got to deal with the case, but he's more so a power play. So if you're looking to go yard here against Reed, I'd more so lean Green. But hit play wise, I'd probably lean McCongo and Keith. And we can look from the homer side. So he's not really giving up fly balls much at all. So it's really hard to. I mean, righties are barreling him though. Now that I'm looking at this, it's just not. You may look from the left hand side. I will still say that with that four seamer and 3 home runs there, that Green is still in play for a homer there. But let's look right hand side because I don't think 39% fly ball. So righties are definitely in play here. Um, the sinker, the slider, all of it. Hold on. I didn't think about him from the right hand side. I thought he struggled more so with righties. So sinker wise, so Corlson looks pretty good here. I don't think Rogers is going to be in the lineup. Pull air to 22% percent there, 17% barrel. Let's see recent. So recent 1 home run for Dingler, Rogers, and to Corlson. The fly ball isn't there though, I will say. So that's a sinker. See if he can hang one of these sliders if Carlson's doing anything. So 1 home run there. He is striking out though. So let's go event to see what he's doing on contact. So the fly ball really isn't there. Let me go back to the sinker because I was doing at bats. So the fly ball is not there for Carlson, but he does have 2 home runs here. And he looks really good against this four-seamer. And then Dingler looks good too. I'll say out of them that hasn't hit one in this series yet is Carlson. So Carlson may be in play for a homer here. I didn't know that or didn't see that Rhea was struggling with barrel and home runs to righties. So that's definitely in play there. And then I skipped this. Oh, never mind. I talked about Jax, but I don't know necessarily from the other side how long Fisher's going to be in there. I think they're bulk relieving with Miles. He more so struggles with lefties being Fisher, but they did just see him be in Tampa Bay the other day, which Mesa looks pretty good here. That I've noticed as of late on the year, it looks like Arenada or it's Aranda. I don't know which one it is there. 54% hard hit rate for Aranda too. And what is he giving? The fly ball rate is crazy here. We can look curve, which Aranda looks pretty good. Where did Mesa go? Mesa's not looking pretty good there. And then the slider. Mullins looks good there. Mesa looks good there. Aranda looks pretty good there. I say either Aranda or Mesa here from the left hand side. And then chalk play, just like I feel like Camanero's due. He could possibly go here. As I mentioned, they just saw them. Um, he just saw Fisher 2 days ago. I'm pretty sure in that first game. I don't like the fly ball here for him though. But 2 home runs, 3 extra base hits, and then 2 on this. Let's see if these are recent though, because I know he had that hot streak. So okay, so the slider is recent. More so attack this curveball. I don't like that fly ball right though. These look decent. I'm not gonna go too much into this just because it's an opener. I don't know how long he's gonna be in there. But maybe Caminero, home run there. Yeah, he's gonna be in there for maybe an inning or so, and then it's gonna be Miles. And I don't necessarily know much about Miles, but I'll say Caminero, possible homer there against that Toronto bullpen. But I think that's going to be it today. Let me see. And then most of these games already played this afternoon. Yeah, I'll call it. Sorry, this sun is blinding me if you see me squinting. But thank you guys for tuning in. I thank you for your support. If you can, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions with the platform, please drop it in the comments below. I hope you guys have a great day. See you guys.